In our main lesson book today, I'd like to write out the value of money that we wrote out on here. But we're going to write it nicely into our main lesson book. So we'll get out our block crayons, and since we're talking about money, and our money, American money, is sort of has a bit of a green tint to it. Some of it's a little bit more colorful. I'm going to use green. Give myself a border. And now I'll put on my little template here. And I only need maybe I want about 6 lines. So maybe I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna start with our first line. And draw our line in there. Now skip a line and go down to the next one. And then we'll skip a line there, skip a line, draw the next one, skip a line, draw the next one. And then at the bottom, I'm just gonna draw a little line at the bottom too. Okay, so that gives me wider spaces to write. And I want that today because we're not actually gonna do a lot of writing out. We're gonna do kind of combine our drawing and writing in the same thing here today. So choose a penny. Choose one that that doesn't look too worn out. It's maybe that you can even feel the bumpiness, maybe the shiniest penny. And we're going to put that penny under the page. And you can feel where it is and make sure that it's kind of above your line, but not too far. Kind of get it under there. And then I'm gonna take my orange, because pennies are kind of orange, my block crayon. Now you can't do this with a stick crayon, you have to use a block crayon. And I'm gonna use my Papa Bear side, and I feel where that penny is, and I'm gonna draw over it. It's kind of tricky. You might practice this on another sheet of paper before you do it in your main lesson book. You can see we can get a little rubbing of our penny. Next, let's go on to our nickel. And we'll come back and do our writing in just a minute. Get that nickel positioned, and I think I'll use a blue for my nickel because there's silver. Now, look at that. If you go in there and it doesn't pick up the face at all, you can actually go in with the baby bear crayon in the middle and rub on it, and it'll still only give you that face. That's kind of neat, huh? Ooh, you know what I want to do though? I want to see if we can actually even let's see if we can get the back of the penny on there too, and the nickel. Try to scoot it over just a little bit. You have to feel for the right spot. I'm gonna go in there with my baby bear side and get that in there. Now, I can't redo this one because if I go over, there's no way I'm gonna get it positioned perfectly. So if it doesn't work out perfectly, then don't worry about it. Don't try to redo it though, because it'll make a bigger mess than if you just move on. So then I think I'll make sure that building is right side up. Monticello. And I'll get a little rubbing of that. There's my nickel. All right, how about the dime? I'm gonna make my dime maybe a different color blue. Now it's kind of hard to see these, some of them. It's not always easy to tell what it shows on the coin, and that's okay. We're getting an idea. It's more the size that matters Because honestly, blind people, our money is designed so that even a blind person can tell the difference between a dime and a penny. So you'll notice that the dime and the penny are very similar size, but the dime has these little ridges on the outside. That's for blind people, so that they know what kind of coin they're grabbing. The nickel is smooth like the penny, but it's thicker than a penny and a little bit bigger. And then the quarter also has those ridges on it. So those things are all there kind of to help people be able to feel around in their pocket for the money, or if they're blind, they can still see or they can still feel what kind of coin they have. So next we'll do our quarter, and I'm gonna use purple for my quarter. You notice that I'm kind of holding the paper on either side of my coin, and that'll kind of help keep the coin in place. That's not I can't really see the guy on it, but that's okay because I can see the size of it, and I know that that size is now see, I've got a state coin here. I'm going to try and get the one that has the eagle on it, because that's a little bit more common, and each different state has a different picture, so we want to get something that kind of goes for all quarters here. So there I've got the eagle quarter side. All right, and then let's do some writing, and then we'll get down to these pieces down here. All right, so here we're going to write penny equals 1 cent equals 1, and then the cent symbol equals dollar symbol 0.01. Next we have our nickel. Nickel equals 5 cents equals 5, their cent symbol, equals dollar symbol 0.05. Dime equals 10 cents equals 10 cent symbol and equals dollar symbol 0.10. Remember, make sure to get the 0.10 for 10 and 0.01 for 1. Quarter equals 25 cents equals 25 cent symbol. Now you notice that I haven't been writing right on the lines, and that's probably good because right here I can write under here. If you wrote that right on the line, you could just write the next part right under the line, because we'll just do our $sign, oops, 0.20, that's a funny 2, 25. Okay. Now let's put in $1. So I'm just going, we can't really get a rubbing off the dollar because it won't work. So I'm just going to take my Papa Bear and I'm going to just draw a green little money. And in the corner, I'm going to write 1, 1, 1, 1. Now we can get a little bit, we'll put a circle here, but I don't want you to spend a lot of time drawing details because that's gonna make it frustrating. So this is our dollar equals, we can write 100 cents. Let's write $1. $1 equals 100 cents equals, and then let's just go ahead and do the dollar symbol, 1.00. And then we can do another one. Let's do the $5 bill, because that's another common one that you'll see. And we can see again that we have, now this used to be, this $5 bill is newer than this $1 bill, kind of. They actually both say 2013 on them, that they were printed, but the $5 bill has been updated to have all these colors, but it used to be a little bit more just green, and this picture of Abraham Lincoln was kind of in a little circle like that. But we can just write the 5 in the corner. And we can just maybe make a guy here like this. So that represents Abraham Lincoln. So this is $5. Whew, how many pennies do you think that is? Well, if $1 is 100 cents, then there would be 100 cents for every dollar in this $5. So that would be 500 cents. You're not ever going to see a $5 written like that, though. People don't ever talk about 500 cents because you just would trade it up for dollars. So we would write our $500, $5. All right, that'll be enough for today.